Everyone dreams of living an uncommon life, and the best asset you have to achieve your dreams is you. Welcome to the Uncommon Wealth Podcast. We're going to introduce you to people who are living uncommonly. We're also going to give you some tools and strategies for building wealth and for pursuing an uncommon path that is uniquely right for you.
Hello and welcome everybody to another episode of the Uncommon Wealth Podcast, where I'm your host, Phillip Ramsey. And today we're going to talk about why in the world is it great to be uncommon? And that we can take a lot of different directions. So the first thing I wanted to say is when you're uncommon, I think there's a level of attraction that other people want what you have. And in this day and age, I like to call like walking zombies. People wake up at 8 o'clock, they go to their 9 to 5 job, they come back, and they have no intentionality in their day. But when you're uncommon, you start looking at different perspectives and ways that you can brighten somebody else's day, you can impact other people, or honestly, you can just have more fun. And that's what I think it takes when you're talking about being uncommon. I think the biggest thing when I start thinking about, one, the uncommon wealth, uncommon life, I think about two things specifically. One, the people that you get to impact, it changes the trajectory that they haven't been on before. At least that's what my definition of uncommon is impacting other people in a positive way. So what does this mean? So when you talk to a customer service rep, they don't enjoy their job. I'm pretty confident. Maybe the 5% do, but the 95 probably don't enjoy their job. And a lot of times they get yelled at. So how can you brighten that person's day? One, you can be kind. You can make a couple jokes. You maybe ask how their day is and genuinely mean it. And you can have a relationship for that 48 seconds that you're actually on the phone. The other thing that you can do, I think is important, is be intentional about the people that are in your community. Reach out to them. And for people who are married, husbands, go get your wife flowers. Write a thank you card or how much you love them. Wives, go write a card to your husbands. Tell them how much it means to you that they work so hard. But be specific with the community inside of your inner circle and how much they mean to you. That will last dividends when you start impacting people that aren't maybe even in your inner circle or aren't in your inner circle. Just say it that way. Okay. But the other side of things that I think is really important for me, and it's really inspired me, is it impacts you when you're actually a positive, uncommon person. And it fuels more desire to be uncommon. I think some of my favorite times when I've made the choice to be uncommon, I feel like my day gets brighter. I get more excited. I think about life in a different perspective. And that to me breeds on more people to be like, I kind of want to hang out with this guy because he's fun. He's excited. He's energetic. And everybody else that I talk to, sometimes I shouldn't say everybody. A lot of people are just doing some things just to pay bills, to provide for the family. And in and of itself is very noble. So kudos to them. But it doesn't matter if you're going to a kid's birthday party, if you're going to a family reunion, or if you're doing something you absolutely hate with a passion. Figure out a way to make it uncommon. And watch not only you get excited, but the people around you will get more and more energetic, and everybody's attitude will lift. But that's your choice. So the other thing about uncommonness that I appreciate is taking ownership. A lot of people like to fall victim of things that they did do or they didn't do, and they just fall victim to other people's whimsy of, hey, it wasn't on me, or this was done to me, instead of an uncommon person that takes ownership. How did we get to this position? How did I play a part in this, and that? And now you can take ownership. How can you move out of that? So, uncommon wealth partners, for example. I think there's a lot of people who have a lot of shame when they think about their finances. Gosh, I do. I feel like we should be in a way different spot. And yet you just have to show up. And when people walk through this door or they get on a phone call for the first time, I love it because it's an opportunity for me to give my uncommon perspective on their life. I get to encourage them. I get to uplift them. It's one of my favorite things to do. And when they come with this shame, I get to give them a different perspective of like, I think you're doing not as bad as you think. But it takes hard work to get yourself out of that position, to actually do something. Get up early in the morning and do a devotional, go work out, and see how your day then transpires after you've done those small little things to be uncommon. I call it uncommon. You can call it intentional, whatever you want to call it. Of course, I have to call it uncommon, right? So I think that's the coolest thing about this is uncommon breeds uncommon, or uniqueness breeds other unique people. Energetic people breeds energetic people. And when you start seeing this momentum that is carried is bigger than you can imagine. And it impacts people in a positive way, not a negative way. Now, there's some people who just want to be curmudgeons. Let them be curmudgeons. You're not going to win them all. But for the most part, I think that when you are enthusiastic about doing whatever you're doing, say eating at Taco John's, do it with enthusiasm and do it that you can impact other people. That's uncommon to me. And when you start looking at that and start taking opportunities to step up and step out of your comfort zone, I feel like you are blessed more than anybody else. And a byproduct of that is other people are blessed too. So that's the podcast for the day. I don't know if that encourages you, but whether you're frustrated about your marriage, your health, your finances, it's going to take some work to get out of it. Take ownership. Look at your life in an uncommon perspective. Look at the circumstance in an uncommon perspective. Maybe reach out to a friend. Ask them to hold you accountable to do some of these things. Work out. Write your wife a love note. Whatever it takes. But I'm telling you, at the end of the day, I feel like I'm the most blessed when I take a step out of the comfort zone and look at life in an uncommon perspective and see in a positive way I can impact other people. Okay. So with that, you've been listening to the Uncommon Wealth Podcast. I've been your host, Phillip Ramsey. Till next time, go be uncommon.
That's all for this episode, brought to you by Uncommon Wealth Partners. Be sure to visit uncommonwealth.com to learn more about our services. Don't miss an episode as we introduce you to inspiring people who are actively pursuing an uncommon life.